country comprised of people who don't act much like people, if you ask me. But who's asking? For the purpose of this video, I'm gonna pretend you did. This is what we're doing, by the way. See that? We have to wait. Yay! Okay. Don't worry, you guys. We're not going to McDonald's because we have self-respect. We used to work at McDonald's. Long, long time ago. In several different states of mind, we work for them. I think it's really interesting to think about. Oh my goodness. Another fucking pothole. Isn't that glorious? We gotta check out Fiona, make sure she's okay. But anyway, I was playing you a song, wasn't I? It was all about the pissing contest that everyone's in. But it seems unbeknownst to them that they're constantly peeing everywhere they go, all the time. They gotta document it, of course they do. Welcome to politics. Welcome to this identity obsession. Everything's a charade. A game that's already been played, but people can't stop. Cause what would they do if they didn't have anything to prove to you? Yeah, what would they do if they didn't have a lot to pretend they are or pretend they're not? Obsessing about this thing or that thing, thinking that it makes them something or nothing. And it just makes me want to kill myself just to get out, cause I don't feel much of a connection to anybody living in this world right now. And I wish that people could see it the way that I see it. And if they do, I wish that they could actually apply it. But everybody's too caught up in all this digital stuff to give it up, though their best bet would to give it up. And they look at me like I'm the crazy one, but I'm having way more fun. I promise I am. Have you seen this channel? Come the fuck on. Who's doing what I'm doing? Nobody, son. Nobody. Everybody's doing whatever they think is gonna get them famous, lamest. Everybody's doing the same thing that everybody else is doing, hoping for that moment where they truly shine, the where they I'm gonna shine just by doing that. I'm gonna shine because I fuck up. Cause I have no problem shining a light on every time that I've ever fucked up. I'm gonna take a microscope and I'm gonna analyze all the ugly sides of my brain. Yeah, I'm gonna take a microscope and I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna scrutinize the living hell out of all the things that everybody wants to keep in the dark, all the things that everybody wishes would just go away. I'm gonna say, hey, come here, baby. I'm spending more time with you. I want to get to know you. I want to understand you. And that's what everybody refuses to do. I guess because they're so afraid of what they'll figure out if they spend too much time inside their own mind. Now, typically I'd advise you to smoke a little weed, but not now, honey. That ship has sailed. Weed is way too strong now. You'd probably have a panic attack and go to the emergency room, okay? Back in the day, you could smoke a little weed and have it all figured out in one night. You could do that. But you can't so much do that now because the government figured that shit out. And now they're on to us, okay? So that makes me so mad. That's like the main reason I want out of this fucking world. Because, like, if Monsanto got to the cannabis industry, like, it's over. It's fucking over. I mean, they've infiltrated you guys. It sucks that, like, there's just nothing in this world that hasn't been fucked with. You know? It's like they're purposely just trying to destroy everything. Everything natural, everything that we once have. I mean, look at what they do to, like, organic products, okay? Like, Monsanto makes sure that all the organic products get sprayed with pesticides, so it's like, yeah, you can grow that shit organically, but we're still gonna fuck it up for you. Because, we're Monsanto and we have no fucking soul. So many pieces of shit corporations. Like, dude, I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but yesterday, I didn't even go in the Walmart. I just, like, went to the Walmart parking lot and just sat there and cried. Which is actually a funny story. Like, if I just said that on its own, like, that's funny, even though it's, like, sad and depressing. But, yeah, that's, like, the state of this country. Just sad and depressing. And yet people just keep doing it, you know? They keep shopping for crappity crap that was made in a sweatshop. They keep going through the drive-thrus. It's just, like, the reason why this country is the way that it is because people have allowed it to completely deteriorate. They want to talk about how, like, oh, the immigrants make it bad. And I mean, I can understand, like, there's a lot of truth to that, like how, you know, a lot of our culture, whatever this is, you know, has been wiped out with all this infiltration. But I mean, it's like, I don't think that people have done enough to preserve whatever we had. You know, like, there are some places, like some businesses, they only take cash. Okay? That's what you've got to do. You've got to be old school. And I think a lot of people, they just keep giving in to the machine. They keep just going along with the modern culture because they think that that will put them on the map in a way. But there are plenty of people, such as yours truly, that will go to this same place like every single week because of the way that they do something. And like, you know, if if you like the way that people run a business, like it doesn't matter, you know, that you have to have cash every time that you go in. Like you'll find a way to get cash, you know. Like people, like, they think that if they conform, and this is the problem with anybody in you know, Western civilization, they think that if they conform, that's going to make them more successful. And the opposite is true. People are more likely to dig you if you're different, if you're not doing it the same way that everybody else is, and you stand your ground, and you have your principles and you stick to them. So it's important. It's very, very important. It's too important for people to disregard. But yeah, man, this is an example of that. Okay, this is a principle. Having a smartphone wouldn't just be bad for me, it would be bad for society as a whole. I'm totally against the technology, so I'm not going to use that kind of technology. Like, if I can avoid it, which I have successfully. For over 15 years, I've avoided upgrading my phone. So, booyah, okay? A lot of people don't think that's possible, but that's because they're not willing to pivot. They're not willing to look at things from the perspective of like, okay, I might have to, you know, rearrange some things. I might have to accommodate. But it's like they don't want to do that. They don't want to be inconvenienced, like, ever so slightly, even if it would make their life better, even if they would be setting an example for everybody around them, even if doing that would be what I would consider like a universal decision. Like, for me, not having a smartphone isn't just about my psychological makeup. It's about, you know, the rest of the world. Like, I don't want the world to be dependent on this technology, so I'm not going to be dependent on it. I'm not going to add to the list of people dependent on their phone for various reasons. I'm just not gonna fucking do it. I refuse to do that. And, you know, people don't have to understand, but the reason why they don't is because they're totally dependent on it. They don't know, like, how to function without it. And so it's like, I really am a total alien to them because, you know, all these people, they're cyborgs. Like, they don't know who they are without that phone. They wouldn't be able to do anything without that phone. That's how they see themselves. So talking to a person that doesn't even have one and doesn't relate to this culture at all, this culture of hashtags and memes and Uber Eats and like all this other bullshit, you know, it's like, we are so blessed, you guys. We are so blessed. And we're blessed because we see the choices that we have made and that they are better choices. We made a more positive choice for ourselves and for others. And you can say that I'm being self-righteous about all this. I know that. You think I don't know that shit? Of course. Of course I do. But it's true though. I mean, like, just not doing what everybody else is doing is an example for people that think that that's not remotely possible. It is.